She was getting hit by everything. I just told her I hugged her. I told you I was proud of you. I'm going to enjoy this and use it as a recipe. I told you to be yourself though. I told you to always be yourself. Imagine that Cheryl Miller, one of the best basketball players of all time, was teaching Caitlin Clark, the WNBA star. It sounds like a great team, doesn't it? Okay. It could be more like real life than you think. I love Cheryl so much. Miller's name has been going around a lot as the Indiana Fever look for a new head coach. What does Clark really think about the idea of having a legend teach him? Her answer shows that they have a relationship that goes beyond basketball, which could lead to a partnership that helps Indiana win a title. This video talks about Cheryl Miller's bid to become the next head coach of the Fever, why she is the best person for the job, how she really feels about Caitlin Clark. Finally, say what Caitlin Clark really thinks about Cheryl Miller as her coach. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel before we break it down. Are you all set? Let's go. The Fever in Indiana. Everyone was fired. Everyone. Christy Sides is fired after only 2 seasons as their president, general manager, and now head coach. The WNBA was shocked when Christy Sides quit the Indiana Fever without warning. Fans and experts are now trying to figure out who will be the next Fever coach. Over 2 seasons, Sides led the team to a 33-47 record, which was a big improvement that included the Fever's first trip to the playoffs since 2016. It looked like things were getting better at first. But cracks were starting to show through the surface of things getting better. The Fever's time with Sides was a roller coaster of hope and disappointment. It was her guiding style that got the team back to the playoffs, but it was often criticized, especially when there is a lot of stress. The team's performance numbers showed that they weren't always reliable. On defense, they were good, but on offense, they weren't quite up to par. At key points in the game, Sides had trouble making the changes that could have changed the tide in the Fever's favor. The team's defense problems were one of the most obvious problems. Over and over, opponents found ways to take advantage of the Fever's flaws, showing Sides defensive holes that they couldn't fill effectively. Fans were also confused by the way she rotated her players, as she often made decisions that seemed odd. Sides didn't seem to be very good at managing referees, which is a skill that every coach needs to have. So it looks like the WNBA is trying to level up all of their staff because they know they're at a turning point. What seems to be going on with the Indiana Fever is that, hey, they got a great chance to level up here in terms of. They have a chance to be president, general manager, and head coach, and they're taking it. Even with these problems, it's important to remember how good Sides was for the team. She helped the team work together and handled the heavy scrutiny that comes with coaching a team that is changing. It's important not to forget about her ability to handle the high-pressure setting of professional basketball. On the other hand, the Fever's management has bigger plans. They're not just trying to get better. They want to win tournaments badly. This goal meant the end of Sides' time with the team in the end. The front office thinks they can find a coach with a higher ceiling, someone who will work hard to win that elusive title and turn the Fever into a powerhouse. It's never easy to make choices like this, but we need to stay brave and determined as we work toward our goals, which include making the most of our ability and winning another WNBA championship. Let's go back to the big state. I'm adding that because Indiana is a great place. We think Coach Sides did a great job of representing the Fever in our community, and we wish her the best of luck in the future. We've never seen this before, Fever President of Basketball Operations. The basketball world is buzzing with rumors about possible replacements for Sides as the dust settles on his exit. Who could step in and take this group of young, skilled players to the next level? Cheryl Miller is a name that has made a lot of people in the WNBA very excited. Many people are shocked that Miller is running for office, but her qualifications can't be denied. Miller is a star in her own right as a basketball player, and she also knows a lot about how to coach. She knows a lot about the game and can connect with and motivate young players, which makes her a strong candidate for the Fever's top job. As we learn more about Miller's background, it becomes clear that she could have a big effect on the Fever in ways other than teaching. The things she did as a player and the things she has done as a coach could help this team hit new heights. Enjoy the video? If you've made it this far, please like, follow, and share it with your friends. And make all of the alerts work. We understand that watching this movie takes your time, and we thank you for that. Time to get back to the fight. If you gave Caitlin any advice, what was it? Because I know she spoke highly of you, I have a lot of respect for you. Cheryl and I have known each other for a while. I love how energetic she is. It's like fun and spreads quickly. There was more going on than just a game when Cheryl Miller coached the WNBA All-Star team. The future of women's basketball would be changed by the clash of the past and the present. But as Miller fought the best in the world, she noticed a new star who would change everything. Miller's return to the WNBA glare was nothing less than amazing. She was named 3 times Naismith Player of the Year and twice USC National Champion, so her name will always be linked to basketball. But when she became a coach, it really showed how versatile she was. And a great grasp of the game. One of my favorite stories is about the time Reg had an amazing game. I think you had 38 in one game or something. Like 45. Okay, now I'm going to beat my sister. I thought I was great when I had 45 on the road on the way back. What did you do, sis? Oh no, I just had a cool 105, I feel like, I look. Dad, he's just laughing and shaking his head. I mean, I know you guys are playing, right? Like you guys got 105 points as a group. Son, no, 95. As a group, they got 179. Miller broke new ground as the first head coach of the Phoenix Mercury from 1997 to 2000. She built what would become one of the most successful teams in the WNBA. During her time at Cal State Los Angeles from 2016 to 2019, she showed that she could help young athletes improve and create a winning attitude. These experiences made Miller better at developing young players, which is a trait that fits the Indiana Fever's young team perfectly. The rules of women's basketball have changed a lot since Miller played, though. The WNBA today is faster, stronger, and smarter about strategy than ever before. Today's coaches have to deal with quickly changing offensive plans, complicated defensive systems, and data that are becoming more and more important. Miller would have to work hard to bridge the gap between her past successes and the needs of modern coaches. Still, it's this mix of old-school excellence and new-age innovation that makes Miller such an interesting choice for the Fever's head coaching job. Her unique point of view as both a great basketball player. At the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, she showed what it means to be a role model for the next wave of stars. Miller's way of teaching the event was a great example of how to balance competition with player growth. Holy crap, what a chance. I was really excited until I learned that the team I coach wants to stop our Olympic team in its tracks. It makes me feel like the heat is on. Now we have a game, everyone. We have a game coming up, but it's been great, Miller said. We got a game, folks making it clear that she wanted her team to fight hard against Team USA. Miller was competitive, but she also cared about making sure her players had a good time. Especially newcomers like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. This showed how supportive she was as a teacher. Together, these levels of energy and care are. The Fever might need this to take the next step in their process of growth. Miller's coaching theory is based on making young players feel confident and fearless. This is what makes Miller truly unique, though she can connect with and inspire the next crop of basketball stars. During the All-Star practices, her exchanges with Caitlin Clark showed that she is not only easy to talk to but also really cares about her players' success. This link between Miller and Clark goes beyond being a guide and a mentee. Miller has been a big fan of Clark since she was in college, always praising her skills and gifts to the game. You can give Caitlin a screen. Caitlin doesn't need a screen. The handles on Caitlin are great. The thing about that girl's game that I think most people don't know is how well she can pass the ball. She can't do well. She got a lot of help. She. The bounce pass is. It's pop for the bounce pass. That's almost not there in the game. For Miller to coach Clark in the Fever is more than just a way to pass on an icon from one generation to the next. It could change the way the WNBA plays hoops by combining the best ideas from the past with the most up-to-date ideas from now. As we look at Clark's rapid rise in the WNBA, we can't help but wonder, could Miller and Clark getting together be the key to getting the Indiana Fever to the championship game? In this company, everyone is all in. In this city, everyone is all in. I think we're really ready for a great and successful next era of Fever basketball. While rumors fly about a possible Miller-Clark dream team, let's go back in time. Caitlin Clark joined the WNBA a few months ago as a highly prospect who carried the dreams of an entire team. What came next was an exciting campaign for freshmen. The league had to change its records because of it. The first season of Clark has been nothing short of remarkable. In fact, she broke 62 records, so these numbers mean something. Clark had an effect on the game that goes beyond the score. Since she moved to Indiana, there have been more fans, more product sales, and more activity on social media. This has added a new level of excitement to the league. Her amazing no-look passes and long three-pointers remind people of her time at Iowa, where she played college basketball. To be fair though, great ability comes with high hopes. Clark is under a lot of pressure because she's not only expected to perform at a high level, but also to be the face of a brand that wants to win again so badly. Each game is carefully looked over. The crown she's wearing now is heavy. Okay, it wasn't something she chose for herself either. Something has been put on her head. I hope that's clear to everyone. But she's having to deal with everything. Every choice was looked at. This is where the possible impact of Cheryl Miller becomes interesting. Miller is in a unique situation to help Clark deal with the challenges of being a franchise cornerstone because he is a legend who has been through similar scrutiny and expectations. Miller's time as both a player and a teacher could teach us a lot about how to deal with the media, how to handle pressure on the court, and how to get around in the complicated world of professional basketball. Even though she was focusing very hard on her game, Clark has shown a lot of strength and flexibility. She has easily adapted her playing style to the professional level, keeping her ability to score and helping her teammates by moving the ball perfectly. But there have been some bumps in the road. Some past players have questioned Clark's dominance, saying that her impressive stats don't really show how good she is. It's getting even more stressful for the young star because of these criticisms. In times like these, having a guide like Miller by your side could be very helpful. I just gave her the tightest hug I could. She thought, oh man, finally someone I see who's on my side, and she did. Right? They could understand. As she was getting ready for her final year, I told her one thing: have fun. Find that quiet place, no matter how much noise there is. As rumors about this possible dream team grow, one question still stands. What does Clark really think about the chance of having Cheryl Miller as a coach? The answer shows that there is a link between them that goes beyond respect. Clark has said in public that she admires Miller and calls her one of the pioneers of our game. But Clark's own views are what really make them stand out. She said that being with her makes you happy. She's really a cool person. Clark and Miller already respect and admire each other, which is the basis of their relationship. Clark has said wonderful things about Miller's friendly nature,